Let everybody get in real quick. Big Brett Richards, haven't seen you in a while, bro. What's up?
What's up, brother? How you doing?
One of the original motherfuckers who got ripped. How you doing?
Yeah, man.
How's everything?
It's good, man. I'm on like day, 502 of eating the same fucking thing for breakfast, and I love it.
I mean, that's essentially what you should do. I mean, what fucking I mean, what groups of people since fucking the dawn of time didn't do that were healthy? You know, I mean, the problem is people, we have so few choices we can actually make a day, and people are spending them on stuff like food instead of uh, categorizing their thoughts correctly, their actual habits. You know, I mean, just
Yeah,
the food thing should be, you find the foods that work for you and you just keep it moving. You know,
yeah. I mean, like you said a long time ago, man.
eat to
It's
live,
like
don't live to eat. You know.
exactly. It's like, and like people ask me, how do you do it? I'm like, well, one, look at me, right? That's how I do it. Two, I eat so I stay upright and I can exercise, right?
Looking like
That's
the
the
fucking
point.
John Cena or something now, bro. How much weight you got on you?
So I cut down to what, about like 179. I'm up to like 188 now. It's just all lean. I've gained about 9 pounds of lean muscle in the last.
Yeah, it's all people like dumbass motherfuckers don't understand how much muscle is 9 pounds. You know, it's like, dude, put like nine slabs of ground beef pounds around your body, lean, and then
Right.
put it on a lean body too, and you'll see how much difference it makes.
I know. It's crazy.
People
No, but
toss around, people who don't know shit toss around numbers all weird. It's funny.
I think one of the biggest things, like I gained from you over this, what, year and a half, year to over a year, maybe year and a half almost, was just, I think one of the things you always said was, if people that converse with you, right, if they're not where you want to be, done. And that's been the biggest thing I've been to take away.
And now I'm starting to see that it matters the phases, you know. Like I mean, like I was saying yesterday, like level 10, like Jedi level 10 is to only work with those people. But then as you're on your growth phase, which is a fucking decade plus long, you have to work on yourself and stay around people in the same growth phase as you. Like you kind of just go by energy and thoughts and actions, and you're like, oh, I fit in here, I fit in here, I fit in here. But once you're on level fucking 11 Jedi fucking mode, you only work on the people that are the most difficult. But that's like once your level of self-mastery is so high that you have no doubt in your mind that the follow through, that what you're doing is internal work for life. That's what you do.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I was there, right? I mean, it's a slow process for me.
No, you don't want to be there. It's a horrible place to be. It's a horrible. I don't wish it upon anybody.
Well, the food is easy for me, right? The workouts.
Oh yeah, food and all that's easy, but once you get to
the rest of it is hard.
yeah,
hard for me.
Once you get to the point of only working with like negative people or the worst of the worst that come your way, and because you're drawn to that, because you spoke about struggle and challenges, and you're drawn to struggle and challenge. Now you don't realize, but you guys are all drawing yourself into being attracted to struggle and challenge, and so you'll do that with people too. So I mean, like that's why I have the wife I have. You know, I mean, it's like the biggest fucking struggle on the planet, but I see so much worth there. And I know if I had someone who was just super easygoing, like cupcake dudes tell me, like, what if you had someone who just totally like did all this other, it would make me weaker. It would. I mean, we don't ever wish for different situations. We just love the one that's right in front of us, you know? And you know, if certain things happen to where you fucking, your course of action, your life changes, but it's just like, you love every situation and don't wish to change it. You know, you work to change it. You don't wish to change it. Wishing to change something's victim. Working to change it is the beast mentality we teach, you know?
I'm right at that point, right? You know, my mental state it's a slow process with me, but it's been a growth process, and it's just slow, right? I just move slower in that area than other people do.
A year and a half, you're right. A year and a half, you're way ahead, probably.
One of the biggest things I struggle with, right, is especially lately is, you know, I mean, I work full time, right, doing software development. I started my own business like 6 months ago. It's going great, right? However, I wish every day was 48 hours long, right? I need that much time in a day. So when I crash at night, like you said, I mean, when my head hits the pillow, I'm done in like 10 seconds. right? Because I'm fucking exhausted.
But you know, the business is fresh, so it takes that much time to work on it. My business is like 2 years old, and I've already got it to where it runs itself basically. And I just do the Zoom calls and answer some messages. And really, if you look at it, I've acquired more work over the years, but I've become so weathered to the stress of it, it has no real effect on me. So it's really like what's taking place and how we respond to it internally rather than what we actually have to do. Because my workload would fucking scare the shit out of most people. But to me, I'm like, oh, this is a real easy day today, you know?
Well, I mean, I'm excited, right? I like the work that I do. I wouldn't do it if I wasn't excited, and I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it. I like doing it. It's just my one of the things I've got is like by the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? Every morning I get up and I'm like, I'm going to get these, let's say 5 areas taken care of. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, fuck, I only got 3 of them done, but I only got 3 of them done because I'm spending time doing other things around my house or for other people that are taking that time away from me. And I'm trying to figure out if I'm being selfish or not. That's what this all comes down to. Am I being selfish by putting other people first?
I literally like operate from like the prioritization principle. And my most important part is my family. And by me expecting them to be on a certain level, then I'm just setting myself up for anger because expectations are going to cause that. So, I mean, what I do is prioritize everything correctly. My business is secondary. My family's first. And so anything I have to do for them, I do first. And then I'm always working my business. By living that way, it has forced me to actually optimize my business in a fashion to where I can do that. But if you did it the opposite way, then you'd be kind of fucked because business would be priority, and then you would actually you'd try to get your family to operate in a fashion that would suit your business. And when you do that, now you're working with people, not something that's under your control, and you're just setting yourself up for massive anger.
Yeah, well, you just spelled out my life right there, brother. I appreciate that.
I just literally have to do this. Like my wife makes a mess. She cannot pick up a mess. All the stuff that people do that annoy you, cannot do it. And then yesterday, like we're driving and she's like, can I use your charger? And I'm like, man, you're always so prepared. And I'm like, yeah, just never has her phone charged. Never, like just none of the stuff. And I got 2 phones. I got a battery pack. It's all in a case, like whatever. And the whole thing is in all reality, like someone sent me something about like, you'll be attracted to that type of person if you're my type of male, you know, but it's not even about that. The thing is I just went with my own philosophy, fuck someone else's. And I'm like, of course you can use the charger. I'd fucking die for you. Why the fuck can't you use a charger? And that's just what I go really simple with shit. Like I would die for her. I love her to death. And anything that is an inconvenience, I just use that. Like, so everyone overcomplicates everything. Like, oh, so I have to get up at 11:30 to come pick you up from some fucking place far as fuck away when you're fucking up. I don't give a fuck. I would die for you, love you to death. I'm on my way. And then keep the energy congruent with my core beliefs, not their fuck up. So once the energy is congruent, the energy is matching their fuck up and their problem, I can't come across right. But if I frame it as a win and it's with my core values, like I would do anything for anyone and I'm a fucking winner and I'm on my way. Now I'm just so proud of myself that I'm actually going to do something that I should not be doing. And I come through with a different type of energy.
Man, I tell you, I really needed to hear that from you today, man.
Yeah, because we'll victimize on the way there and we'll beat them up. We'll enrage ourselves. We'll be like, well, you did this. You have an internal dialogue and conversation with someone who's fucking up, and you'll come up and your subconscious thoughts about them, your energy about them will be off. Even if you show up, you'll be stewing. They'll feel it. It'll fuck up the whole situation. So the thing is just to turn it into like, you're the champion. Like, oh, no. You can do whatever you want. And I'm going to be there with flying colors, with this smile, with this heart that's radiating love and positivity. Because guess what? I know my outcome with you, and I will pay if I fuck up the outcome I want. If you fuck up the outcome I want, I won't pay as much. Like that's nothing out of my control. But honestly, I'm not going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Because I almost did. I almost fucked it up. But I mean, and like I was able to pull it back. We could say who fucked up worse or whatever the fuck all fucking day. But the fact is I was out of alignment with my true character, made some choices that I pay for often, you know. But
I got you. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really about turning everything into like the alpha, the man like yourself, like me. We have to turn everything into a contest about ourselves and not like a deficit in others or a mistake others made. Because then we're like looking at it in a positive fashion. If we're like, if it's always some mistake they made, we come in pissed off.
And it just turns you into a victim. It's that victim mindset.
Yeah, you're victim. You're
It's the worst thing in the world.
Instead of
that's the
straight
big thing.
champion, you're like, ha, you could do anything and I still come through positive and correct. That's me. Ha ha. You know, it's like, that's what you have to do. I mean, this is literally like what works for me so well, because everything else is like fucking just, I'll spin such a negative scenario about someone and about something they did to me. And because I am on point, because I am consistent, I am reliable. So when people aren't, I take it really fucking personal. But why don't I just support all the good things about me instead of supporting the negative things in them, or instead of magnifying the negative things in them? So I'm coming to get them. They fucked up. Oh, well, I am reliable. I am consistent. I am a loving person. I am a winner. I'm on my way. Instead of you're this, you're that, and this, which in all reality, everybody's been that. And everyone's been in a bad position. And it's just extreme accountability. Even like a lot of people preach accountability and they only speak about action, but we're talking about extreme accountability being the accountability pyramid I teach, which is energy, thoughts, and action. And when these are congruent with the outcome you want, you'll never lose.
All right, man. Thanks, brother. It's good to see you again.
Dude, you're killing it. You fucking beast mode, bro. The whole jaw, the whole demeanor, like it's just crazy. Everyone go back to like the very first calls and look at Brett on the very first calls and look at him now. And that's the magic of really soaking up some knowledge, applying it, and really living it.
Thanks, brother. Have a good one.
Big Jose, what's up, bro?
What up, Wes? Good to see you, man.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. I just had a quick question for you today. So how do you know when to say ask for forgiveness and or let karmic debt kind of handle things?
I mean, if you fucked up and you feel like you owe apologies, just let them go. I have no problem ever saying shit like that. It doesn't bother me at all. Like if I'm wrong, I know I'm wrong, so I just come with it, you know. I know I gotta just come clean just to wipe my conscience clear, you know.
For sure. How do you know when this karmic debt kind of, when you've paid it, how do you know when that's kind of?
There's no reason in doing that. You just act right until it starts going your way again. But the thing is like I've heard people like they almost halt themselves in forward progress because they believe they're under some fucking veil of karmic debt. It's like the most foolish thing I've ever heard of.
For sure.
Like I'm gonna go ahead and not try that hard because there's friction, you know. Fuck that. It makes it better.
You gotta try harder when there's friction.
Yeah,
right?
good. I made my biggest gains when I was in prison and my chick broke up with me. And I didn't have shit. And this and that. How many ands can you stack on a negative situation and still act right? That's a motherfucker. Everybody's got a cupcake ass life out here, bro. They just don't get it, man. Go third world country with that shit. Like, dude, we're pussies, dude. Done.
No, I feel that.
Oh no. Oh, like really just go into that voice and tell yourself your real situation. Oh no, someone on social media I don't even know was talking shit to me. Oh no. Oh no, I'm having a divorce, the most common thing on the planet. I'm so alone. Oh no, my girl left me. I do that to myself when I was about to have a divorce. Oh no, Wes, the most common thing on the fucking planet is happening to you. Woe is you, Wes. You're the only one who's ever been through this.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And I mean, like, and then you think about people who are, like you said, third world countries, somebody, you know, starving to death or fucking, they're worried about getting their heads cut off and shit, you know?
Go as bad as you want with it. How bad do you want to go with it? You know, you can take it as far as you want.
For sure, man. No, that was real quick today, man. I just wanted to say what's up, ask that question, and let you get going.
Hell yeah, perfect. Always good, bro. Thank you.
For sure. Thank you, bro.
Big Bryson, what's up? What you got for us?
What's up, big dog?
Just crushing it, just murdering. I think I'm about like 30 plus today. No breaks in character, like 30 plus. Don't need not one person to fucking fulfill nothing on my end. That's it. Just giving so much value. There's someone else in line. If some bitch said some shit, and that's just it. You know, that's just it. Like just give all that value. How much, like, if you don't see where you're valuable, then you must not be that valuable, right?
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
Ah,
Bro, like yesterday you said something that really hit me, and this is kind of what I've been going through lately with the program. And it's something good where like you know, as you go through the program and you build your habits and you count your macros and you do your workouts, it's like all you can talk about is your program to
yeah,
everyone
yeah,
around
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Dude, like I've been so I wasn't here last week because I was a best man at my best friend's wedding, and I was hanging with my family and my friends and stuff, and it seemed like every conversation turned into like health and fitness, and it was
Oh
such
yeah,
a
dude.
dude,
Yeah.
it was such a great experience because you know my family, I'm like the skinniest person in my family. Everyone's like obese pretty much, and so I got to talk with my brother and his family, his kids and stuff, who pretty much they're like the kids who just sit in the house and get on iPads, like they don't take them out and do anything. And it kind of broke my heart, like when I told my niece that, you know, like I don't eat fast food, like I cook all my meals, and she looked at me like I was fucking crazy. Like, how can you not eat McDonald's? Like she didn't even understand.
Damn, it wasn't even fathomable.
Like she looked at me like I was crazy, and that really fucked me up. And so I started talking about, you know, counting your macros and how to lose weight, right? And it wasn't even like a condescending like, oh, I'm better than everyone else.
That's
They
what
were,
that's what they don't fucking get. And you need to slap them across the face with. It's like whatever you don't heal, your children will have to. I mean, that's it.
dude,
Fat
one of your
raise
in one of
fat
your old
fucking kids.
videos, you said a fat motherfucker's gonna raise fat kids, and I'm like, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
right?
Whatever you don't heal, your children will have to. Man, I healed like hundreds of years of ancestral passed on bullshit from these bitches that were part of my lineage, man. Pussies, fucking bitch ass motherfuckers, broke, fat, loser, drug addict fucks. What?
Right, right.
What? Ran right through all their pussy shit they couldn't fix. Bitches. What?
Dude, and like
I
when
love calling loser ass fucking pussy ass motherfuckers who choose to be bitches. Makes me fucking happy. Keeps me from ever being one of them again.
right. And I was telling my friends, like, you know, I was helping my friend who got married. I was helping him move into his house, and it's like he can't even. He's like letting me carry all the heavy shit. He's like bringing like the bags of clothes and shit now. So I'm like, bro, you got a wife. You're like moving in together. You got to be able to handle shit. Like,
You notice who the fuck you are when you get around some low level motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, but come on.
I love making people uncomfortable with their level. Maybe they'll level the fuck up.
It really hit my other friend who the dude, like we got all fitted for our suits, right? And he fitted himself to where he was in college, but not to where he is now. He's gained a lot of weight because he basically just games and eats all day. So his suit was super tight in the pictures. And he's like,
I mean,
dude, like,
how could that be like really what a man does? I mean, it's just whatever the fuck. Like,
I mean, I have a gaming chair and I don't even game. I just like the chair.
no, you could game. You could game if you want, but I mean, fucking be jacked, dude. Men gotta be a certain way, man. Like that's it.
Right.
Like, fuck, man. If your conscience ain't telling you to look and feel and be a certain way, then you're fucking lying, dude. There's not one man who doesn't have that call inside of him to be this shit. And it just, what a bitch who just silences the call. Like, fucking, no, that's not for me. Like, I'm fucking making this choice to be less of myself. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. Dude.
Right. Yeah, fortunately, I got through to them. You know, they want to know about the program. I've been showing them my progress. For like, dude, put me on. Like, how are you eating? How do you track macros? I'm telling them the apps that I'm using, and everything. So they're getting on it. I got on their ass. I didn't get on my family's ass as much because they're family, but I got on my friend's ass because I can't be around people like that. So you know, they're getting their shit together. But yeah, I just wanted to share that quick win. But I do have a question though, because it's something I've been having trouble with myself. So I'm an ectomorph, and I've never been in a state of trying to lose weight before.
Nobody's anything. Everybody has somatypes. So I mean, like you have somatypes of an ectomorph, you have somatypes of a mesomorph, and somatypes of an endomorph. They like everybody has body parts and areas of their body that mesh with every different body type, ecto, meso, and endo. But I mean, those three break down into many different somatypes. So I mean, like I look at someone and I'm like, okay, like I have an upper body of like a mesomorph, but I have the lower body of an endomorph. And so I mean, someone who didn't diagnose that couldn't tell correctly how to even train me or feed me or anything. And
Yeah,
it,
that actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
So
look,
my-
like I have fucking like, dude, my legs and calves and ass are fucking humongous. Like, but I just don't even show it that much. It's almost embarrassing. But that the thing is, when I cut up, it's just they're world class. And it's like fucking, that's what people don't realize when they have big body parts that have fat on top of them, that when they do cut up, they're going to be world class body parts. Like those are their best body parts, the one that they're most embarrassed about when they have fat on top.
Right. So I guess my question was like, I've been having trouble with like, so I started incorporating cardio. I do a lot of jump rope now. I jump rope before and after each of my workouts every day. And it's been helping a lot. I'm like sweating, and that's what I haven't been doing is sweating. And so
I don't ever sweat. I've had my times of sweating. I didn't look any different. The real thing is just to starve all the fat off your body and then reverse diet. That's what it is. You
Yeah.
starve all the fat off and then you reverse diet. And if you're an ectomorph and you're already just massively diced, which not really anyone on my program is, then you really just then even if you were, it would be the point of insulin sensitivity getting it in check. But I mean, the guys that like really get down to like 7% body fat, they're ready to reverse diet. And those are like Micah I showed yesterday. Like a lot of the guys who got like, fuck, dude, that dude's fuck don't got a piece of fat on him, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. Like, how would you recommend manipulating your macros? Like, because most of my fat is like, it's kind of around the waist. It's not pudgy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you just got it's just about it's just very simple about taking the 2 to 3 pounds off a week until we get you down to where you're diced. If you plateau when you're not dropping the 2 to 3 pounds and you haven't cheated, then we push your macros forward.
Got you.
If you're someone who needs 2 or 3 macro adjustments, then what we do is we initiate cardio. Some people can cut up on the first set of macros, get fully ripped on them. Some people might need 2 or 3 adjustments. Some people might need 2 or 3 adjustments and fucking cardio once a day. And then after a few weeks, cardio twice a day. There's just a process of adding more to still strip the fat off.
Yeah, so that's why I introduced cardio, because I actually started to kind of gain weight. Like I wasn't losing it anymore. It like went down and then started
and the app always shoot me a message on Friday if you drop the 2 to 3 pounds or not. If you didn't drop the 2 to 3 pounds, then we make sure that you tracked everything right. I mean, the thing that sucks is sometimes people are like, I didn't lose weight. And then you have to pull it out of them that they cheated or they've been fucking up. And it's like, dude, I should kick your fucking teeth in for wasting my fucking time. Like, did you drop the 2 to fucking 3 pounds or not with your macros dialed or not, motherfucker? Oh, I haven't been dropping weight. Well, I'm looking at your shit. You're not even tracking it. And it's like, fuck, dude, what the fuck? Like, we gave you a set standard to what we need to see. So once I got the data, if you're not dropping the 2 to 3 pounds, then I'm going to make sure to push you forward. But if you're like, people lie, they just don't want to be honest about it. They fucking, oh, well, I did have a handful of nuts. Oh, wait, I was cooking it in butter. It's like, dude, are you fucking stupid? Like, there's very simple foods on the fucking list, and they add up to simple sets of fucking numbers. And if you're too stupid, you'll never get ripped. And that's what the fucking problem is a lot of people are like, think ripped ass people are like dumb, and they're just like fucking like just mongoloids who fucking just go lift weights all day. It's like, no, they're way smarter than you. They track everything. They're on point. They have deliberate action towards everything. They understand how to lift. They understand how to eat. They understand how to be on time. They understand how to prep. And like, here are these fucking supposed intellectuals with no body just thinking that it's so fucking easy to get and you must be blessed, but they're the stupidest motherfuckers out there. That's why I had to prove that I'm the smartest motherfucker, because I have to fucking be good at everything. I want to see motherfuckers good at everything, because then they prove that it ain't a fluke and it's really comprehension that's earned. Because if you're good in one area, oh well, what about the next one, motherfucker? Like, you have to earn comprehension by sitting with a task and some knowledge and fully fucking just sifting through it to understand it to a T. You know, a lot of the guys get it real quick, but yeah, you just shoot me a message to the app and just let me know if you drop the 2 to 3 pounds every Friday.
Got you. Definitely will. Appreciate that.
But I mean, we like, what the thing is like, we get motherfuckers ripped if they stay on point with what we're doing, you know. And it's just, a lot of people don't want to admit when they fuck up, you know. They're like, oh fuck, I guess, you know. It's like, dude, just, you want it or not, dude. Their ego's so big that they never fucked up, you know. Their ego's so big that they'd rather quit than admit they fuck up. Like, that's the dumbass motherfucker, you know.
Right. Appreciate
but-
it, big dog.
Yeah, shoot me a message every Friday and when your macros are perfect, or even today, if you've been single digit. Perfect macros are this. Perfect macros are single digit close to your macros, like under, not over. Like if you're single digit to your macros, under, you've had perfect macros. If you had them perfect for 2 to 3 weeks and you haven't dropped any weight, then we have to adjust them. It's that simple. But everybody overcomplicates everything. I can tell them that and they'll just go off onto all these other things they're trying to learn. It's like everyone's so fucking smart, but they're so fucking stupid. It's like, it's that simple. Like, it's that simple. When you're fighting with the person you love, like, forget everything else you read and just say, I said, and I feel like I love you to death, want to be with you forever, and I would die for you. My answer is that I'm going to shut the fuck up and act accordingly to what I feel in my heart. And everything's just really that simple. But everybody's just like, knows all this shit.
Got you, big dog.
Gotcha.
Appreciate that. It
You
was
have a
really good advice.
You have a great day, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
100. Big Lorenzo, what you got for us today, homie?
Oh man, feeling good. What about yourself? How was the dentist, man?
Oh, they fucking mangled my whole fucking face off, dude. They did it. I got up out of the chair. I'm like, the fuck are you fucking doing? And there was like
That's the
blood
worst.
everywhere and shit. Like, I'm like, this is bullshit. I have to get like oral surgery tomorrow, dude. It's like, fucking what the fuck?
Yeah, it sucks. My wife gets her wisdom teeth out on Tuesday, and when I had my
This was like a normal tooth. They couldn't even pull a normal fucking tooth.
it's
They're like,
fucked up.
it's like into the jawbone or something. I'm like, fuck, dude. X-ray didn't tell you that? Come on, man.
Question for you: when we teach people how to treat us by our demeanor and not letting them slip and holding them accountable. At what point is it not? Do we sacrifice teaching people how to treat us and being a little bit of a punching bag because it's coming out of love and you want to sacrifice for them?
I mean, in all reality, you got to have your deal breaker, whatever that is. I mean, whatever your deal breaker is, that's where the lines, the fucking boundaries set. And then anything other than that, with people who fuck up consistently, like my wife, you're gonna have to create safety in a relationship. And someone who's fucking been so fucking detrimental to themselves their whole life, and everybody's told them they were wrong, and they know they've been wrong the whole time. You really can't just scold them and tell them they're wrong. So you essentially, if you've been doing that like I have for a fucking year, you have to unmake that. And I'm gonna have to unmake it by letting her fuck up and then proving that I'm there with a smile and love. And I'm gonna have to do that as many times as needed until she feels like safe in the relationship to grow. Like she needs like a safe fucking area where they're not like, they'll self-sabotage and just give up if they know they fucked up, but they'll continue working if they know there's something to work for. So like, if they're like, no, he'll still be there. Like, I mean, at a certain point, I mean, if it's 3.5 years from now and she's still doing the shit, we're fucking done. But she's making quick gains, you know, she's making good progress. And that's all you can hope for. And I know that I've fucked up so much shit by being like, listen, by being too rigid with a person like that. So it just taught me how to work with a person like that. And it really was, like I said, compassion over compression. It was just, I had to have compassion. Like, this is someone who hasn't even had a credit card. Like, they haven't even had a car payment. They haven't like had their own place. Like, they're not even, dude, Wes, you're expecting this from this person? Like, this person is at the very first stages of self-development. And now they're starting. Right now, she asked me what I love about her. And I said, well, really, you haven't ever done anything in your entire life. You're starting now. I'm like, because I always say like outward shit. She's like, no, but am I funny? Am I smart? And I'm like, what? You know, but literally, like, I'm like, I like say like outward shit, like you're beautiful and all this shit. But then I'm like, I know you have so much love in you because I see it. And once you get rid of all the other shit, you're gonna be shining, but you really haven't started living yet. Like, you haven't done anything. Like, what can we gauge? Can we say you're consistent? No. Can we say you're reliable? No, not at all. What can we say about you? I mean, you really haven't done anything. You're starting now. And now I'm posting stuff about how proud I am about you. That's not a lie. Like, I'm proud that you're doing these things. And these are stepping stones to having actual character traits that one could say you are or possess on the regular, but you're not there yet. And she kind of started to get mad, but I'm like, no, but you're starting it. You're starting to live now. A lot of people don't really start to become anyone till real late in life because all they've been doing is pleasure chasing and being a fucking liability, bro.
Absolutely. Yep. I asked my wife to do some shit because she's part of our business and she didn't. And I just was normally like, I fucked up shit left and right too, and would just be stern as fuck with her. And I caught myself like, all right, well, like, you know, when I ask you to do something, I'm counting on you to do it. You know, like I need you, like you're a big part of this shit. And I was like, I just get it done when you can, like now. And then we hung up. She called me back. She was like, your patience allows me to be vulnerable. So like, I'm sorry for that. And I was like, fuck, it just blew my mind. I was like, that's the power of keeping your fucking cool.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. No,
Like,
you literally have to let them fuck up and then like still show love and support. I wrote that to someone today and like they're like, so that's what's gonna work. She got a DUI. I went and picked her up from jail with a smile. I wasn't even tripping. Like I was there since like 8 in the morning. I'm like, whatever the fuck. And it's gonna be a long road ahead of her, and it cost me some change, you know, maybe some pesos. I don't fucking know. Maybe, you know, that shit sets a lot of people back, but I just figure I'll level up past anything financially, physically, mentally, whatever. So I mean, what mindset do you have towards these big old speed bumps in life, you know? And it's like I just don't feel the same way about shit. So people are like, oh, Dan, how do you deal with it? Because every day a bipolar person at her level of bipolarness will fucking just cause you the biggest problem. And at those moments, I'm already prepared and auto suggest myself to just be compassionate, show love, give space, and then let them figure out that they're the problem at the time. And you're really handling their problem with grace. If you add to their problem, you'll just be the problem in their eyes and they'll never grow. You'll actually inhibit their growth by becoming the scapegoat and letting them victimize still.
straight facts right there. Fuck.
Yeah, don't fulfill the shoes of the scapegoat when someone who you love is causing a problem. Like someone who's real weak. Like we all can fucking be like hard truths to a T. Like tell me how it is, and that's how people on this community are. But they're not like that. Like, and there's a lot of people who aren't like that, and those are like the first stages of growth when they're coming out of just they never really knew themselves until they dropped everything they thought they knew they were. That's everything they thought they knew they were was some bull fucking shit. Like, so you're drinking and dancing and all. No, that's not who you are. But but yeah, it's just that's the biggest thing. Like what you're going through is one of the biggest realizations I've had lately, and it's awesome because now I'm in control. And the whole thing was I had to figure out why I was causing myself so much pain for someone else's mistake. And it was me. Like I was causing all that pain. Now that I'm just way understanding about it, it is pretty painful when the person's just like not letting you be, but it's much less painful than if you add to it, you know?
Absolutely. Completely agree. That's going to help me out a lot. Well, I guess one more quick one is with I was watching your story today, your business coaching. I mean, step one is get shredded, right?
5 people off that post. Dude.
Yeah, that post. It was the coming back and showing the Lambo in the back when you were like, I forgot this shit. That was
I mean, they talk about that Lambo cash, bro, but whatever the fuck. The thing is motherfuckers need to realize that you have to have a fucking result. I just created a system that's going to bring in $100,000 days out of nowhere. And the other motherfuckers that I know would make it so complex and stupid. They would be so stupid about this business level up. They've been trying to teach it to me for years. And the way they made it was so fucking absurdly complex. It fucks my brain up. I can never even spit it back to you. And then I told them how I'm going to do it. And they're like,
it's too simple for them.
Can I be part of it? No, but it's just like literally like it's, dude, it doesn't have, if it's all complex, you don't understand it.
Yeah. Well, I see.
But then a lot of the people who go complex like that, they figure out different stuff. And like, we can't gauge anyone to be smart or dumb or this or that by one area. I'm just saying like, I never listen to people till the area is clear to me. So don't just jump forward and shit until it's clear to you.
Yeah, step one's getting shredded. So that's it. That's all I'm focused on.
Yeah, I mean, man, the homie's killing it a lot. Some people aren't. I mean, I'll be honest, some people aren't killing it.
Mhm.
Some people are, you know, and sometimes you're shocked at the people who do. You're like, fuck, bro, that's right. You know, 2
Mhm.
days in, another one of the guys in here had like 6 signups, but he's a doctor, you know, but still, I mean, I knew that that would be a big focal point for him, but he still was having the same problem as other people is just self-doubt and not using social media, not understanding it. But 2 days in, 6 signups. I'm like, dude, do the fucking math, bro.
A
And he's
doctor getting clients for his doctor service or is it like a
like,
fitness?
he's a therapist.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, just like mindset and high level life coaching.
Yep. Yeah, I see the guys
Which is the
you work
most
with, and
important thing. Which is the most important thing in my eyes, because I could not move forward in life till I got past all these fucking weird ass problems I was creating. Like everybody who really believes that they're gonna magically evolve past the stupid ass choices they're making each day, they're so fucking stupid.
yeah. If I got to commit to the wake up time, the macros, the workout, getting shredded. If I can do that, I know I can do whatever the
Once you're
fuck I want.
shredded, you got the confidence. You want to
Exactly.
be on camera once you're just dice. You're like, where's the camera? Look at my leg. Look at this fucking shit right between my fucking quad and my dude. That's just what it is. Like you ain't ready. That's why it's like I think I read one time the quote, one day I will prepare and one day my chance will come. And I just sat there in my cell, like and I just would say it over and over. And I was just prepared for so long. And then I came out and I was like, fuck, I was like way small. I was way too small because I didn't have a mirror. And then I just started researching how to put on more size with the food out here with the weights and everything. I fluctuated a lot in there, but it's just, there's no plan B, bro. It's never giving up. It's like there's a vision you see and you must attain it. A bitch just taps on what he sees. I know what everybody wants to be like. How many people out there do you see where you're like, that guy created exactly what he wants to be? It's so fucking rare, but it's so fucking easy. There's no way it takes anybody longer than 4 dedicated years to create exactly who they wanted to be. If that's all they worried about. Like all day long, I'm going to create exactly who I fucking admire and want to be. It wouldn't take you more than 4 years. These motherfuckers play grab ass with their buddies for 8, 10, 12 years, drinking beers and telling lies, man. It's fucking a joke, dude.
Agreed. Thank you, man. Massive value. I'm gonna let you push on. There's hella cats, but thank you.
Dude, it's amazing, man. But yeah, I had to throw that one in there. I'm like, I forgot to show you. I built the head on you, man.
Funny ass shit. Yep.
Dude, the thing is like, that's like fucking like that. I thought that like, I had these goals. Like I had a thing like, I'll run a business coaching program once I have $100,000 in my Chase account and I can just open it. And it's like, boom, 100,000. Do you want to learn how to make this online training? That was like an idea of mine when I had no money. And then once I got that, I'm like, oh, this is nothing. And then when I had $1 million in the account, I was like, oh, I'll show $1 million. That'll be something. When I had that, I was like, oh my God, this is nothing. And then I was like, oh, I'll show like an internet video of like, hey, this is how you buy a home or this is how you buy a car. And I'll walk in with a check and I'll just buy it. And I'll be like, do you want to know how to fucking do this? I thought those were all levels until I was able to do all these things. Now I'm just like, what's the next level? Nothing. There is no level. There is just constant adherence to your conscience and unbiasedly doing the work to level up. My work right now is exactly what you talked about having the patience with those people that we need right there. I don't focus on business. I don't focus on nothing other than that. And that levels up everything I already know because it just makes me so much more focused. I have utmost clarity from not distracting myself and paying more karmic debt and being so fucked up from negative energy and all this shit that I'm so happy with myself because that area was what was holding me back. So when I don't react wrong, and I can tell you're a stern dude when it comes to business and life, and if something's going wrong, you could be a dick. And like us guys like that, like when we don't do that anymore, we're straight to the top, bro.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm learning. Some guy at work asked me, why do you wake up at 3?
Every area of your life. Because they know you could be like, listen, motherfucker. But you're like, but you compose yourself and they see and feel in you that was the hardest thing on the planet. You've just motivated them to do what's hardest for them. Because it went unsaid. The energy was real. They're like, damn, that's new. He just leveled up. And they're like, I gotta level up. That was impressive. They'll be more impressed by that with nothing said than every piece of video I've ever made or anything you could ever tell them or show them. Just that would be like, fuck, that motherfucker did it.
Hell yeah.
Love it, bro.
Right.
Thank you for that, because that's the same thing I'm going through.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, bro.
Have a good one. Big Sam, what's up, big dog?
Hey man, what's up? Quick question. Who do you look up to? Is there anyone that's like you're like,
Oh,
God
no,
damn, that
no,
guy's
no,
on?
no, nobody. Nobody. Why would you?
I know, that's what I thought. I was just like,
I take stuff from people that I guess I like. I like Grant Cardone style. I like Bedros. I like fucking stuff people do. So I don't, it's not like one individual. Like everybody's slacking in a certain area. So I'm like, okay, I like this from this person, this from this person, this from this person. So I kind of just do that. It's like a la carte, you know?
Yeah, but I listen to some of Grant's stuff, but I'm just, he sounds like the kind of guy that you take away all his money, he doesn't feel like he's as grounded as someone like you.
Yeah,
You know what I
no,
mean?
yeah, but that, I just don't judge someone for that. I'm only
Okay.
taking the fact of that he's just honest. He'll get on camera and he has a result. That's the only area that I look at him in. And so I just take, like, I only see the good. See, you're seeing the bad in them. I only see the good in all these people I want. So I'm just
Okay.
like, what good side can I take? Because I mean, I critique the bad all day, but in me, like Stern was self-kind to others. But I mean, in me, I'm gonna be like, okay, this has got to go, this has got to go, whatever. And you know, it's just a constant awareness level of understanding like what you wish to create, what's attractive to you. You know, if something's not attractive to you, then it's not. But if someone taught me one thing and I like felt it, like I hold them in high esteem, you know. And he did a couple things that he said and did was like really valuable to me. And so like I cannot take that away from him. Like no matter what he does, like I just only see that he one of the very few people who taught me a few things.
Okay. And here's another question. Would you ever help an enemy? Too strong of a word. Someone who hates your guts so they level up, change, you know what I mean? Some people that you know they don't like you, but it's like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
like-
know. I really don't. I don't care.
That's what I figured.
I never would really work with someone in person that I can't stand, like, because it would be real detrimental. But you know, remotely, whatever the fuck, I don't care.
Okay, cool. Yeah, one more question.
I give anyone the tips to level up, but yeah, the people I work with in person have to like mesh with my energy and shit, you know.
Okay, so one last quick question. 7 Habits, PQ. What do you do to kind of recover, if that's the word I'm looking for? Do you know what I mean?
I haven't refreshed on the book for a while, so you got to tell me.
It's like when you overproduce, you always got like the golden egg thing, the goose and the golden egg. You remember that story?
I'm not even.
No idea. Don't worry. Okay. When you work for so many hours a day, and you feel like you're burning out, you're not productive.
I'm only really. I just don't put weight on myself, bro.
Okay.
That's unneeded stress. The second you're telling yourself you're unproductive, you're not gonna be. So I don't even go there. I just either can do the task at the time or I can't. And I have like such a strict schedule that I just adhere to my schedule. I never change nothing. Like if all of a sudden someone's like, tomorrow you gotta fly here and do all this, I'll be fucked. Like I don't operate like that. I won't. I'll be like, fuck you. The fuck is that? I've set my life up to where I'm optimized all the time. I don't throw curveballs in that shit. The only curveballs get thrown from like the people like in my life, like my wife or this shit and that. And I've just learned to adjust to that, even though it's borderline impossible. But those people who are just consistently just zinging back and forth and got all these curveballs thrown at them, then they have to adjust to that, you know. But I'm not gonna set my life up that way because I'm in control of how my life's set up. But I don't bite out. I don't do too much shit in a day, you know. I just do what I do good, you know.
So right now you're in a situation where you just do Zoom calls and respond to people.
I shoot content, I work out, I do Zoom calls, and I answer messages. That's it. I won't do anything else.
It's pretty cool. Okay, cool. That's it.
Anything else would just yeah. I just don't even see. I have no vision for anything else. I write. Yeah, that's all. That's it. There's nothing really. You have to be able to see exactly. You'd be drawn to it. I'm just not drawn to anything else. I would not fuck, bro, I would not want to go do what most people do to try to fucking like filming all this shit all the time, like with people around me and all this. Like,
Yeah.
I just do it on my own. Like, fuck that. And take all like the production type shit, such a fucking headache, you know?
Yeah. That was my biggest one. Used to be my biggest fears. It's like when the whole aspect of social media and people recording the workouts. It's like, dude, that's the one time I'd like to just chill and work out. That's the one. But then again, I see you also uploading videos of your workouts at the same time. Well, you don't really upload it like half the people on social media. You got your own little way of doing it.
I just film like one set. I'm like, fuck
Yeah.
that. I'm on one set. I film one set from an angle that I know I'm going to get. I don't sit there and play around with the angles. I like to work out.
Yeah.
And I just don't even give a fuck. Like the person who wants to see me like do all this workout shit is like a fucking idiot to me. So like they already haven't even signed up. Like the video that I'm putting up is the same video as last week. Is for the person who's going to sign up today, not the person who's going to critique the video. You know, someone this morning's like, "Hey, is that the same fucking video?" Like when I posted the fucking my morning like food and shit, I consistently recycle those videos.
Okay, I was gonna ask you that. I didn't want to
I'm
ask
not
you
gonna
that.
fucking sit there and like just have to re-record the fucking video of me put my shit out every day. I consistently use the same fucking ones. I don't give a
Okay, that's what I want to know because I'm in the early phases where I'm making a lot of content. So it's like, okay, do I recycle them? Like I can recycle these, but
I'm fucking up. Like me and my wife are walking to the fucking car. I'm driving to the fucking gym. There's a new fucking workout. But I the shit like the food shit, like I don't give a fuck. Like yeah. And the guy who said that, I just blocked him. Like you stupid fucking bitch. I'm like, I'm filming videos all fucking day. There's one of like a million I'm gonna film today. This is not the important one. The important thing is that guess what? What time is it? I posted that at this time, idiot. It's the time that matters, you know, not whether I fucking shot the video or not.
okay, cool. Oh, one more question. How many did you kind of store before you started recycling? Do you have an idea?
Oh, I don't even know. I literally just, my phone is just littered with shit and I'll scroll down and try to find one. If it takes me too long to find one, then I'll just film a new one. But I really just don't like, I see no fucking point in having to film a new one every fucking day.
That's what I figured. Okay,
So
cool.
sometimes I literally like run out of like Blackstone Labs protein and I'll be using a different protein I had to buy at the store. And then I just don't even have it. So I have to recycle it. But then luckily now I got like an in to where I just have them send me so fucking much now to where I don't even think it's possible to run out anymore. But and sometimes I'm running out of stuff and this and that. And it's I don't want to like be like, I'm not using that product anymore because I am. And I still want to rep the product, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's just like, how the fuck did Wes?
Oh no, I literally run out of products because I don't even have the time to order them. But I wish I could show you right now in my thing, like the Icon Meals coffee, I have like 900 of them. I have like every product Blackstone Labs makes. I probably have like 15 pounds of protein from them. So I just get to the point where I'm not going to run out, but anytime I ever ran out, it's because I just didn't even send the fucking email because it was so low on my priority list that I'm like, I'd rather just go to the store and buy it full price than compose an email right now. I'd shoot myself if I write one more. Gets to that point. Like, and anyone who doesn't get it, it's like, fuck, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because like
so many different pieces of content, drawing in leads. Like I have no shortage of picking whoever the fuck I want to work with.
Okay, cool.
Like the best thing is to just stack everything. And then when someone mouths off, you're like, guess what? Refund, get the fuck out of here. I hate you. Everybody hates you. That's the best thing to be able to do. And especially if it's on like a big program, like, oh, guess what? Don't need your pocket change, pussy late. And that's just a reality of it. And
Okay.
the thing is the person who's always like that is the person who didn't follow through the way they should have. Like literally the follow through that Guerrero has done is so fucking awesome. Like he just does exactly as he was told and pulls it off. And his ad spend is like $15 a day.
That's it?
It's $15 a day, bro.
Oh
And, like,
shit.
Like the next step is to get him like because he doesn't have time to really get on the phone with 100 leads at fucking every day, 80 leads every 2-3 days or whatever, the week 300 or something. So Next step is to get someone to crush those cold leads. And that would be getting a high ticket seller on the phone, someone who's going to fucking be able to make the calls for them. I just have hot leads. So I just text message. Like I literally, anyone who ever is like, is this automated or something? It's like, dude, I literally am the one texting it. There's always a setup. Like the first message is always automated in any of these systems so that you can fucking buy time till you can get to the fucking call, you know, get to the message. But then I always pick up the thread. Like this is really the texts that come through from my funnel, you know. This guy, hey, I know this is automated response, but good looking out, bro. It's like, dude, you fucking dumb fuck. I'm like, it's like, yeah, it's funny. But you know, these are the things you got to get over is like all that shit. It's more of a mindset game building your online business than anything, bro. It's about getting over the content. It's about getting over the fact of like the video thing. All those little things just drain the shit out of you, you know?
Yeah, that's what I realized. I was like,
Now your people seeing that you made 20 grand extra in the last fucking 40 days and then want money from you. I mean, it's like, dude, it's all that shit, bro.
Well, yeah, I was like, when I started doing this whole thing organically, I was like, how the hell did Wes have all this time to upload all this stuff? And I just, no. Okay, there must be a method to this madness. Then
I literally, when I moved into this new house, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna film my more of like my food and my stuff each day and stuff because I really like this kitchen. I still won't do it because it's like I don't fucking. It's not on the value list. Like I even stopped doing like the morning walks because value has gone to my family now. And I like, nah, fuck that. I gotta go cuddle with my wife or play with my son. Like I don't give a fuck. Like there's stuff that's got the GP video can never go because it's done the most for me and for everyone because it's the hardest to film for me. Like it takes the most thought. I have to like, I stress about it the most and it's done the most. So I always fuck with like, I always prioritize, you know, and I always prioritize what's hardest, you know, not what's easiest. I'm not going to put stress on the food thing or stress on even the walking video, which is easier for me. I know a lot of value has come from there and I'll get back to them once my family life gets more structured, but it's just how it's got to be, you know, shit's got to come on. Shit's always going to adjust, you know?
Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. Thanks, man.
Thank you, bro.
Oh.
Big Braden, what's up? What you got for us? I'm just skipping around.
Wes, what's up, buddy? Hey, man, a few things that I want to share.
Oh, this dude got, when you guys see his transformation next week, you're going to be like, whoo, we got another one. He got ripped. He got ripped. So we got another one.
Yep, that's right, man. I've got more rip than I have in 60 days than I ever have trying just by getting those.
He got chop suey. Dude, his abs are just cracking. 60 days.
Sir. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, yeah. And we're just getting started too. This is just the beginning. So, but yeah, man. So in the past, I actually started out at 165 pounds. And then I did everything all wrong. I did everything I could to put on size and I got up to 220, but my body fat percentage was way higher than I wanted it to be. But yeah, as soon as I hopped on this program, man, down 23 pounds, body fat percentage is way down, just looking diced up, and can't wait to hit that reverse and just
Reverse
take it
is
to
the
a
only
whole
way to
nother
do
level.
it. The only way to do it. You will put on body fat in a reverse, but it'll be significantly less than if you just bulked. And then when it's significantly less and you get back up to your normal weight and then you cut down again, reverse cut. After years of reversing and cutting, once you understand it, you become addicted to it because this is what's going to build the vision you want. Over a long period of time, you put on the 30 or 40 pounds that turns you into the freak you want to be. I always wanted to be a freak, dude. I'm not really, but I'm still working on it. But I mean, in the gym, people are next to me in the mirror. I mean, I really look like I fucking work out, I guess. You know, I saw a workout video of me earlier and I was like, damn, I look like I work out. Shocks me sometimes.
Yeah. And that's, it's funny. I talked to a few people, I told them, it's like, yeah, you gotta cut that fat down. Like if your veins aren't popping out, man, like, are you even really shredded? Like I see these soft dudes.
I saw like a fraudulent ass biker dude, like trying to pose like a workout pic. He's got like his biker vest on and he's got like some fucking, never even been to the pen, but trying to look like he did tattoos. And then he's got no veins popping, no shoulder cuts, no nothing. And they were talking about they work out. I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude? How fucking delusional and stupid are you? I hit you so hard, you'll hit the ground harder than I hit you, motherfucker. Like, people don't realize how weak they are when they're like that. They don't even understand the intensity, the strength, and everything that's behind a motherfucker who really lives hard. Like, it's just such fucking fraudulence. Like, there's so little confidence, little follow through, just little ass fucking values. Like, I just laugh at it. Like, and like, normal people don't even get it. They're like, oh, that guy's big. I'm like, what the fuck? Are your eyes deceiving? Are you okay? Like, can you look at one picture and look at another one and see the difference? And they're just like they think the Lambo is a fucking Honda CRV that's murdered out. They just don't even know anything. I'm sorry, you lack too little detail in your understanding of how your eyes work. I'm gonna go ahead and go over here. Someone asked if my watch was a fucking Timex or something the other day. I don't fucking know. But it's like, dude, like, get into know stuff. Like, I was asking these kids yesterday, like, we took my stepson, like her 14-year-old son, and his little girlfriend on a date. And I'm like, so what do you guys like? Like, what's like the thing that you like must have or be or do? They didn't even have any answers. At 14, I was studying my credit score, slanging, and had 50 G's. When I was 16, I walked into the dealership and bought a Chevy Silverado cash. Like, it was 47.7. I bought it cash. And then I went to like the off-road warehouse or four-wheel parts. And I'm like, FabTech lift. I put the tires on it, the shocks. I like PlayStation, TVs, everything. And I was 16. Everyone's like, Jesus, bro. I had it for like 7 months and then went and bought an Escalade. Fuck it. I didn't even like it no more. But I mean, this was at 16. Like, people still, like, what the fuck? Like, don't you have desires? And don't those desires turn into fucking actions? And don't those actions continually happen day after day until you get your fucking fat ass result? Like, I'm just gonna say fat, like in everything someone's doing wrong. Like, I'm just gonna refer to that just being fat. It's fucking stupid, bro. It's fucking so fucking stupid, dude. Like,
Yeah, it's almost embarrassing to, you know, talk with people and you can just tell that their level of discipline, their level
their
of
understanding of what exists and what's possible. First, you got to know what exists. First, you have to open your eyes, see what exists, and then start to create your vision. That's the first thing you have to do. So if you don't even know what exists, how could it be part of your vision? That you think that's a CRV Honda murdered out, bro? Like, what? Like, bro, don't you, how are you gonna make a vision if you don't even know what's out there? And that's the thing. Like, you're looking at like a dude who's not even buff saying, I want to be buff. Like, you just shortchanged your vision. Like, when I was 16, I was looking at the top bodybuilders and I was like, I don't want to wear Speedos, but I want to be that jacked with normal shorts on, you know, like, and wear like pants and shit. Like, I already had my vision when I was that young. Like, some people wanted to wear Speedos. Oh, well, wear them. I don't give a fuck. Like, do your thing, handle your business. But, dude, like, people just don't even try to structure vision and know what's out there for them. Like, that's where it starts.
Yeah.
I was asking him, like, what is it? Like, I wanted him to be like, I'm like, what car do you like? You know, and he's like, he said like an i8 or something last time. And I said, is it still that? And like, I'm just like trying to fucking like get like a 14-year-old to say what they fucking like, start to visualize what you can't manifest it if you're, what are you thinking about if you're not manifesting and creating a vision of what you're going to be and do? Like, what the fuck are you thinking about?
Yeah, most of the time they're really not thinking about nothing, honestly.
I would love to see the inner workings of most people's brain. It's like a hamster on a wheel, huh?
That's right. Well, and they're just looking for distractions, other, you know, reasons not to like attack these goals, you know, things.
Dude, I've seen it, bro. I've talked to people who don't have vision. I've tried to get them to construct their vision, and like their stress management is so low that they get stressed out, like even daydreaming about what could be, because they're like, oh, like they're just automatically like, I could never be that. And they're just like, it defeats them. Like, my wife's one of those people who, like, if I flex, okay, we got it. or if I like fucking like enjoy some of my success, okay, bro, it's not, I'm like, damn, dude. And I never even understood how someone could be like that. Like, I'm like, don't be like that. You'll never get anywhere being that person, you know? If I see someone flexing and they're on swole, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I know what that took. If I see someone rolling through in that shit, I'm like, damn, I know what that takes. And it's like, that's just what it is, you know?
Yeah, different levels, man. There's different levels. One
That's why
more
when I
quick-
saw your 60-day cut, I'm like, fuck yeah.
yeah, just the beginning. We're just getting started. As far as, you know, so it's funny. So I've got probably around 12 to 13 people that I'm talking to right now, kind of getting them interested in the idea of counting their macros. And it's funny when I
When
talk.
when you're ready, we'll branch you over to fucking teaching them, you know?
Perfect. Yes, sir. It's just interesting because I can ask these little questions and I can just reel them in instantly, and I can just go off. But it's funny as well hearing some of these people come up with every excuse not to count their macros, man.
I just want to hit them, like. But
Yeah, it's like-
I literally like go with the reasons why they suck so bad. It's way easier. It's like, dude, fuck. Like, you think your wife's attracted to that bullshit? Fuck, dude, that shit's sickening, dude. Get your fat ass out of here, dude. Fucking lame. And so
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like, they need to hear it. Like, they need to fucking hear it. Be like, would you be okay if your wife just gained 40, gave up, and just let herself go like that? Would you be okay with that? I'm like, I would still love my wife, but I would work on it with her, you know? I actually like when she gains a little bit of weight. But I mean, like, the whole thing is like, that's fucking like, then I notice what I don't like is that she don't like it. Now her energy's bad. Now our exchange sucks. Now our life sucks, you know?
Yeah.
Shit gains like 7 pounds, she's gonna ruin your life over. You better get that 7 pounds off her. She's gonna be so depressed and fucking bummed, and like everything you're doing, you're looking at every other chick or this or that. Like, fuck, bro. Like, that's why like people don't get like, you have to create that outward fucking appearance that you're happy and you're content with and you're confident with, or you just start to deteriorate. And it's day by day. Like, if I don't work hard today, I feel fat today. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if I don't do enough, I feel like shit that day because I'm already used to me, you know?
Yeah. It's at a point for me. It's like even if like I spend too much time like in the shower, in a nice warm shower, I'm like, okay, time to turn this shit to cold and then fucking get out of here. Like, I can't even be in the shower for too long now, or else I start feeling like
I literally do that fucking military shower, dude. It's just like I just like, I'm so quick with that shit.
Yep. Well, cool, man. Yeah, I just wanted to come say what's up, man. Appreciate you. And
Yeah, you crushed it. People are gonna see your shit on Tuesday, bro. That shit's fire.
Awesome, man. Cool, dude. Well, I appreciate it, dude. All right, man.
100%. You have a good day, homie.
All right, you too, man.
Big Gavin, what's up, homie?
What's up, Big West? How you doing, man?
Just chilling, just sifting through it all, just fucking, just living a whole different type of thought process, knowing that if a man is right, his world will be right, and just working on what needs to be worked on, you know? But sometimes it's not so obvious what the areas we need to work on.
Amen, man. Well, I got one big question for you today. So in your whole journey to becoming a high level motherfucker, from the second you got out of prison until now, how big of an issue has or how big of an obstacle has people's negative perception of your past been?
Oh, zero.
Really?
Because I don't have a negative perception of it. It was no obstacle because I know how to tell my story right. If I would have let people tell me my story, I'd have been fucked. But guess what? I didn't. I told them my story. Like, motherfuckers sit there and they let people supply the narrative to their life, and they're forever victimized by that shit. Like, I tell motherfuckers who I am. I don't even let them have time to fucking even judge me, dude. Like, it's done. Like, I'll tell them, like, all I did was talk about prison with my stepson and his little girlfriend. Like, I mean, all I do is I'll bring up all the worst shit about me in front of people. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, you know, like if you supply what would essentially be negative in their eyes, how the fuck can it even faze you?
That's true. Yeah, and I guess that's like your main tool, how you help other people. So that's like the source of your.
Yeah, a guru brings people from darkness to light. Like, that's the definition. Like, that's all you got to do. There's nothing other than that. Like, someone wants to be like a life coach, but they never really lived a dark life. They just studied some books. They don't know fucking shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's the main thing I need to work on. That figuring out how to tell my story in a powerful way.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's all I have
a
to
lot
go.
of people just don't add power to their story. Like I said, I could tell. I did a podcast recently. I started crying and shit because I was like fucking like I could tell my dad's story so good about the man I saw him as, and he couldn't tell it. Like, he would only be like fixated on the deficits and what he did wrong and what he wasn't, you know. And I could tell him what he was, you know. And a lot of people can't tell you who they are, you know, what they were. They always wanted to be something else, so they never really glorified who they were, you know. I told people when we were getting out of prison, I said, "The fuck you doing? What do you mean you're gonna go work construction? Everybody on the planet wants to be us. Bunch of Cali fucking convicts. We're the most celebrated motherfuckers on all platforms, all movies, everything, motherfucker, everything." They didn't see it that way. They saw it as like, oh, I've been in and out of prison, I'm a loser. I'm sure plenty of people don't agree with what I'm saying, but that's the point. I'm not trying to talk to those people. I'm talking to the people who do. I'm talking to people who do see what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's just what it is. Like, I always looked up to that. I don't anymore, like, because I know the types of people, but I have to listen to someone who's really been through it, because I've been through it. Like, I can't listen to someone who had a cupcake ass spoiled life. I have no respect for them. They don't even respect themselves. If you don't earn it from coming out the fucking mud, you don't respect it. And so I want to know how deep you were in the mud. You had a fucking heroin addiction that almost took your life. Man, you were a shitty person. Now you're not. I mean, this is the reality of what helps people solve their little bitch ass problems, you know? Like, they got to know you had bigger problems. You know how good it feels when you're going through a breakup and you're like, man, I caught this happening. And then you talk to your friend and they're like, man, I caught this happening. And it's way bigger than your shit. You're like, oh, I feel way better. I'm fully going to get through this. Like, it ain't even as bad as what happened to Daryl. Imagine his story. And you're just all fucking like totally out of your problem and out of your head about it. And like, that's just how it works. Like holy shit. Like, when I was going through my shit, my accountant goes, man, I left my house one time and my wife thought I was leaving for a week. I came back in the house and all our pictures on the walls were pictures of her and her ex-dude. She made it seem like they were living there. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, and I'm like, you guys are still together and have kids now after you made it through that? He's like, we made it through that. I'm like, holy shit. And I'm like, he's like, I just fucking realized that I've been worse than that or whatever. And I'm like, fuck, okay, well, that kind of brings a little bit of light to my situation. And that's just what it does. It makes your situation light, you know? Like, when someone coming in with a weed and a porn habit, you're like, dude, I used to bang heroin on the street, homie. Shut the fuck up. Like, hey, weed porn habit ain't that bad. I'll crush that shit. That's just what we do.
Hell yeah. So basically, you're the author of your own shit. You're writing a dope ass story for your.
Yeah, the second you let a motherfucker tell your fucking story, you're wrong. They weren't even there. They're just making up the worst way to phrase it to you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like the second, like, you're not gonna like the narrative if the world supplies you your story. You tell your fucking story. You don't let nobody tell it. I tell my story the second I roll up. Motherfuckers like, damn, motherfucker, fucking roll up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, now it looks all easy. But imagine being fresh out of prison and having this vision that I had to really believe in it when nobody did it before you. Everyone here has me as a stepping stone that I did it before them from a worse set of circumstances. So they're already 10 steps ahead. I didn't know anybody who ever did what I was trying to do, not even close to the level. I didn't know the income that was possible, had no idea what the fuck it was, and was coming out of prison and how to overcome all the mental blocks. I mean,
yeah, dude, that really inspires me, especially how you said everyone was telling you how it's such a saturated market. You'll never make it or whatever.
oh yeah, you're gonna be a personal trainer. Oh yeah, and it's just like that's a fucking. I just don't listen to people, bro. I have an innate ability to not listen to people, and the people who want you to win will tell you the shit that'll get you to win. The people who don't will talk shit. So when someone's talking shit, you just automatically know they don't want you to win anyways. I mean, explanations, friends don't need them, enemies won't believe them, man. It's just like you don't need to explain yourself to nobody. You wouldn't need to explain yourself to me. I get it. Because I just want you to win. I mean, anybody who wants you to win doesn't need you to explain yourself, bro.
Hell yeah.
They're like, it'll work. Fuck. When someone tells me their plan before they're even done, like they're 3 words into what they're saying. I'm like, it'll work. And they're like, I haven't even told you. I'm like, but it'll work. And they're like, I haven't told you the plan. It doesn't matter the plan. It'll work. And they're like, what the fuck? I'm like, anything works if you put the fucking work in. And that's the reality of it. Nobody wants to believe that shit. And they won't even believe it from someone who did it. Like real quick from a worse circumstances than they fucking have. Like I literally was sitting on a twin bed in the corner of my grandma's fucking room, just clocking all night. I couldn't even sleep when I started making like 4 G's a day, you know? And I'm like, oh my God, how is this happening? This is fucking mind boggling. I like was already years into running a Trainerize app and doing like some fucking diets and everybody on Instagram. Then it just fucking took off, dude. And it just took off. I wasn't even running ads. I'm like one of the few people who just kind of went viral on YouTube. And that doesn't mean you have to, because look, Guerrero didn't do that. I used my understanding of organic and paid to make that traffic, to make it happen. A paid ad for $15 is being seen by 100,000 people. Like if your paid ad is dope enough for 15 fucking bucks and 100,000 fucking people see that, your dumbass was putting flyers on doors and shit. Your dumbass was literally making business cards and shit, dumb motherfucker. When for 15 bucks, this ad is going in front of people who are Googling for your services. They like want what you're offering already. And you're sitting here spending like fucking 300 bucks on some cards you're going to pass out on fucking cars of people who don't want your service. Like they're literally going to be pissed that you lifted up their fucking, that you literally lifted up their windshield wiper. Like someone put a card on my car one time and like it had their Instagram shit. I wanted to fucking meet up with them and kick their fucking teeth in. What the fuck you doing? I've come out to my car and there was like a rose on it before too. I'm like, oh shit, dude. Someone's going to kill me.
Hell yeah. Well, Shab, I appreciate you, big dog. That's all I have for today.
Everybody gets to see a motherfucker who came up out of nothing. I didn't know anyone who did this. Like now it's like the most obvious shit. Now you got to see me do it and get to see random people who didn't know anything about this do it. I mean, this dude will make an extra $250,000 this year. I will make sure of it because guess what $250,000 to me is? Pesos, homie. Hang out with people that $250,000 is pesos to. I could write 10 $250,000 checks right now and it wouldn't even faze me one fucking bit. 10 of them right now, checks. And it wouldn't fucking faze me at all. Like those are the people you hang out with. Those are the people you listen to. And then they're doing it for other people right in front of your face. And you're just like, I don't know. I'm really trying to hold on to this $3,000 I have. It would be really crazy if I blew this. But like your old self blew that in a week on black, you know? I mean, it's just what it is. Like, and the other motherfucker spent it over the last month and a half on alcohol, like trying to impress some chicks that don't give a shit about him so he can take him back to his shit bucket ass place and pretend like he's someone he's not, you know? I mean, he probably got a dope ass Instagram profile and brings him back to his shoebox, you know? Like, it's like, gee, bro. Wrong. But that's the thing, being and becoming or appearing to be, you know? I just want to show people how to make it. I got to show them how to make it by unmaking what they thought was possible or who they thought they were going to be. Like, no, you could be way more. And it's way easier than you think. And it's way more abundant than you think. And way more people are doing it than you think.
It's crazy how all these concepts are so simple, but it's like, it's so fucking mind blowing to all of us.
It's a mind fuck to people who grew up around parents who would work for 17 bucks an hour with fucking just dust coming off them all day. And they fed you that mindset of this just massive limiting belief system. And then the stubborn ass ego motherfucker who's like, it can't be that easy. You mean I wasted my whole life chasing pesos? It's like, yeah, you completely did, but you're still alive, motherfucker. Wake the fuck up, dumbass. Don't even want to listen to a motherfucker. Little 17-year-old just bought a private jet. I'm gonna listen to the motherfucker. You know, they don't even realize what's really going on out there. Like, literally like talking about their grandpa's old investing method. I told them to buy Bitcoin when it was 20. They told me to buy it when it was 3 and I should have bought, but I bought it when it was 20. I bought a lot of it too. So whatever the fuck, whatever. If it tanks, I'd rather be the person who lost a lot in it and risked it than didn't. So, but as of now, we're up fucking 3 times on what we bought. So whatever the fuck. And that's in 2 months. So, I mean, just make the moves, man. Make the moves. You're gonna be, you always regret the moves you didn't make, not the ones you did. Like I made some moves that sent me to prison. I don't even regret it. They're good as fuck, dude. It feels so good to be able to laugh at your old self, man. That's like the best feeling. Don't you love that feeling? You're like, damn, I used to be a dumb fucking idiot.
100%, yeah, 100%.
It used to be painful to like face yourself. You're like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Like everything in life is serious. Nothing is tragic. That's what I'm trying to tell my wife. Right? It's not a tragedy, babe. It's serious, but it's not a tragedy. It's okay. You have the most favorable position on the planet to overcome this. Like on the planet. Oh no. You know what's up, big dog? You have a good day.
Yeah, you too, bro.
Ali, what's up? What you got for me, homie?
Yes, Wes. Can you hear me?
Got you.
Yes. Yeah, Wes. Well, it's your quotes, man. Your one-liners. Fuck me.
I don't even know where they come from, bro. Some of them are mine. Some of them are jumbled up from other people's. But the thing is that there's no such thing. Nothing is original. The only thing original is arrangement. So, I mean, get to arranging shit that fits your personality and you'll be a success. Other people just don't take the time to arrange shit and they just don't have their own personality. So then they're just like forever stuck thinking that someone else is so brilliant when in all reality, the only brilliance on this planet is your individuality. You know?
Absolutely. But one thing you keep mentioning all the time, over and over again, if your world is right, you know, if a man's right, your world will be right.
That's the only thing that works for me. When I'm supremely checking myself from within all day long on everything that's hardest and everything that's right, everything goes my way. It's also otherwise known as alignment, but a lot of people don't know how to fully stay in alignment. They wouldn't think eating out of alignment with what their conscience is telling them is right or wrong. They're like, I'm just eating. It's like, no, you're eating wrong, motherfucker. You're giving a bad example to people. You're trashing your body. Everything about how you eat is wrong. So if a man is right, world will be right. Doesn't mean holding the door open for that fucking lady. In all reality, if you held the door open for that lady and you're a piece of shit, it's probably worse, motherfucker. So the point is like, just literally, if a man is right, his world will be right across the board with every fucking thing. And if we start with the smallest shit or the most normal shit we all do every day, then we continually hyper analyze and stay aware of like the smallest shit, then it becomes like everything becomes autopilot that builds you up. And then you're just at my level where you're like just checking one thing. Like I'm keeping one thing in check. And that's just my response to my wife. When I know she's going to have a problem with her mental state, what she's struggling with, I just have to check myself, give her space, give her love, even if I'm getting yelled at for something I didn't fucking do or something that is way blown out of proportion. I have to just check myself, realize I need to help this person. I'm meant to protect and serve and help this person. And I protect and serve and help this person by subduing my desire to be so fucking right now. I'm right. Like, you know, and so that's my only area I really focus on. I mean, I don't have to check my spending habits. I don't have to check my vices. I don't have to check anything other than that. Like, that's the only thing I have to keep in check.
So it's virtue, man.
It's just literally being so consistent that you master one thing. And then you're so consistent that you master 2 things. And then you're so consistent that you master 3 things. And you're so consistent that you master 4 things. And then after you've done it a million fucking days, you have this day filled with mastery. And then your next little thing comes and shows itself at the top. And it's like, boom, here's your next thing. And you're just like, okay, got this.
And Wes, what about, you know, the anger problem? Because look, I know you're trying to master that.
I have a massive anger problem, but I really don't anymore.
Yeah, but how the fuck, you know, a normal person like you're a master of the self, yeah? You got your mindset.
Oh no, it's still always going to be difficult. You just gotta it literally let the feelings exist, but not partake in them. Like you're always gonna get angry, but you just
Always.
gotta not partake.
Little things though, Wes, you know, like even conflicting with my own self, like the mind and soul's always conflicting. Like in my work, in my colleagues, I go out and strangers piss me off on the road.
Yeah, but
I mean-
try just literally, it's all about you. Make
It's
it
all
about
about
them. Make it about them. Like if everyone's angering you, it's because it's all about you. And
You're right.
like open it, like that person in front of you, go ahead. I got plenty of time. That's abundance. Like you're just stepping straight into scarcity with frustration. The gateway to scarcity is frustration. So like the second you're gonna step into that victim mindset, that scarcity mindset, you're gonna get frustrated, then you're gonna keep stepping towards it. But if you're patient, patience steps right into abundance. Oh, go ahead. I got plenty of time. I kill it. My business runs itself. Go ahead. Like it's all reality. It's slacking in one area causes like a snowball effect. And like I'm up so early and my ducks are so in a row, all my dominoes are placed that I just knock them down. It's fine. Like I really don't have to rush anywhere. Like when people rush in front of me, I'm like, oh, you got to report to someone, huh? My bad. Go ahead, bro. I don't got to report nowhere. Go ahead. Like I could cancel
Yeah,
anyone. I could be late for anything. I could just call it in and be like, yeah, I got to move it. Oh, you want to fucking not sign up? Fine, don't.
And you can do that. I mean, I know you do that with your wife Valerie all the time. You know, you always take on the baggage. But what about strangers, Wes? People you don't know.
I don't
How'd
even
you just
fuck with
like-
strangers. I don't even fuck with strangers. I have no like emotional reaction to a stranger tripping on me. I'm just like, what? Like people don't trip on me. Like I guess I've just built myself a certain way to where they don't trip on me.
Is that the tats and the muscles and all of
I
that
don't
just
know,
takes
maybe.
that away, right?
It could just be the energy that I don't give a fuck what they're doing. I'm not worried about what they're doing at all. Like I'm like solely focused on like that I'm being viewed in a positive way. Like I walk around and I'm so viewed so positive by people. Oh, this person must fucking be admiring me. Like even if like that's just how I walk around. Like this person must be admiring me. Oh, hey, how's it going? Like I'm never thinking they're thinking about me negative. I'm never thinking about them negative. Like I don't give a fuck in public. I'm just like just waiting for someone to come up and say they know me or something and be way positive back to them. I'm always waiting for someone to like say they know me and just be so supportive and positive to them. Like that's what I wait for in public. So I guess maybe the energy I'm putting off is what I'm getting. I'm not sure.
It's that positivity. You're right, man.
It's like
I've
law
had
of
that.
attraction. Like I'm waiting for someone to approach me and like be way good to them.
Mm,
I'm not even considering a negative interaction.
negative whatsoever. So, Wes, you know, I watched your interview with that London Today. You know that Brian
Yeah,
fella?
yeah.
Oh, brilliant. But one again, your little one-liners, them one-liners, Wes, fuck me. I'm gonna write a book, The Proverbs of Wes Watson.
Do it. But
Just
right
put
there.
your put your through one. But one thing you said, I've written it down here. It said, kindness breeds lack of accountability.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
what do you mean?
Too much kindness breeds lack of accountability. If you're not stern enough on someone, then they're gonna not uphold themselves. But then that goes, there's different types of people you have to teach in different ways. And I mean, the type of people who resonate with hard truths like us, then too much kindness will breed a lack of accountability. Too much kindness to self will breed a lack of accountability. I mean, literally, you're giving them a way out. Like people will slack if you let them.
Yeah, makes sense.
If you care about someone, you set boundaries. Boundaries are love. Like you set boundaries with your child because you love them. You set boundaries with people in your life because you love them. Boundaries aren't kind. People think it's controlling. Like, no, this is what has to be done, you know? Kindness would be like, just like letting people do whatever the fuck they want, I guess. I mean, but it's just, people need to be told what's up. And that's why my system works so well. Because like everybody's too kind. Everyone lies to everyone. I wouldn't even call it kindness. Too many lies. Like everybody lies to each other. Like the son won't even tell his dad that he's a fat piece of shit who's just a loser, has poor ass energy, and he knows he sucks. Like, Dad, I know you suck. And the kid will just like, they'll just like play, like literally like the dad's at fault by like making his kid jeopardize his integrity to having to lie to him. Like you should never put your people in a position to have to lie to you.
Yeah.
Like your facts should line up with what they can tell you. Like my wife right now, I didn't lie to her. She said, "What do you love about me?" I said, "Really, you haven't done anything. Like now you're doing something, and I can say I love these characteristics. But before, what the fuck did you do?"
Mm.
Like
No,
I was
can
attracted to the love you had in there that would come out sometimes, but it was sporadic. And like you're beautiful, and I saw so much in you. But I have like an innate ability to see stuff in people that doesn't even exist yet that I can cultivate and bring out. And in all reality, I did that shit. I don't give a fuck what a motherfucker says. Yeah, she did the legwork, but I mean, yeah, I brought that out in the person. Someone else would have brought out something else. Like someone who drank and partied and wanted to just fucking go to concerts and fucking do the fucking thing and live life. They would have fucking ruined it, you know? Yeah, they would have fucking ran her in the ground. But I didn't, you know? And that's what love was. And I had to get a lot of grief from giving that much love. And I wasn't kind about it. Her friends are kind about it. That's why she drinks around them. Because they're like, "Oh, it's okay. Like you're just enjoying yourself." Because they're fucking liars and they're too I'm like, "Nah, fuck that. You ain't fucking doing that bullshit, you know?" And that's what works, you know, the sternness. But a lot of stuff can contradict, you know, but it just is what it is. Different situations need different explanations.
No, it makes sense. I can relate to that 100%. Wes, can I ask another question?
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, you've done 10 years solid, yeah? You went through the fucking roughest thing in the world. You've
Yeah,
paid your debt.
I mean, by the time you're 5 years in, it's not even that rough. So you're just like, whatever the fuck. By the
But
time
still,
you're 5 years in, it's trivial. You're just like, "Oh, look at this." By the time you're weathered to something like that, you're just like, "Oh, look at this bitch." And it's just trivial. You're just like, "Oh, look at," you're like feeding off of someone's fucking weaknesses, you know? So it just, you become so elevated. You're like, "Oh, look at this mother." It's like saying it's hard now to work out and track my macros and shit. No, it ain't hard at all. Now I'm just like, "Oh, look at this pussy." Like fucking pussy walking. Fuck, smells like pussy in here. And it's just like, it's just what it
But
is,
still,
bro.
Wes, you know what I commend about you? This is what attracts me to you the most. You've been through all this shit. You paid your dues. You've set goals in your life, and you've fucking smacked every goal. Yet you still talk about, "I need to suffer. I need to go through pain. Otherwise, I'm not going to be
Oh,
alive."
but I did a video today about that. During your winning season, if you don't choose to still suffer and self-inflicted adversity when you're winning, that's when the downfall happens. People
what's
don't people don't lose during their losing season. They win during their losing season. And people lose during their winning season because they get too comfortable. You start winning, you get comfortable, that's when everything's gone. During your losing season, it's so rough. You're growing every day. You don't have no choice. Suffering is the sole origin of consciousness. So you're just right in there. You're growing the most during your losing season. The losing season is actually the winning season. And the winning season is your time to self-inflict adversity to just stay winning.
Suffering is a sole origin of consciousness.
Oh yeah, you ain't.
Is that really
if you're winning, that's why a spoiled ass kid doesn't know anything. He's never really suffered. He don't know shit. There's no wisdom coming from some spoiled ass kid. What's he gonna tell you?
Wow, Wes.
The winning season, man, self-inflicted adversity. I'm winning right now, so I got to match my success level with more adversity so that the comfort don't overtake me. I could get way comfortable right now. I don't have to do anything.
But isn't life like, have a simple life, Wes? Isn't it like once you've reached a goal, isn't it? And then you give back, you relax a little bit, you take a step back, you let the world just carry on.
Relaxing doesn't do anything for me. I hate relaxing. I thrive off of the struggle, you know, like I need it. Like I know there's so much more to do. Like where's the pinnacle for someone? I don't have one. I really just resonate with the struggle and how good it feels to overcome.
What do you say of destiny then, Wes? What do you say of that?
I really believe we make our own, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I could have went either way. My choices would have took me either way.
And fortune, is that something connected to our own efforts and our own things, or is it luck?
All habits. Your habits make your future. If you set your habits, your thoughts, your actions, your energy in alignment with the future you want, you'll get it. If I construct someone's habits and they follow through 100% with those habits, they will be where they want to be. There's no way around it. I mean, a crazy catastrophic event could happen, but it still doesn't mean they have to change the habits. I mean, it could be a setback, but I didn't change my habits in prison like everybody else did. Everybody else is like, I'll wait, I'll try. They don't even know what tracking macros is. They're like, I'll wait till I get out to use weights. Or everybody's waiting until this event that took place is gone so they can do what they're supposed to do. It's like, no, the event was the test, you know? Can you still stick to your vision during that event?
It's like from the present to your goal. It's that in between. That's what life is, right? Is that?
It's just literally, life is literally day by day fucking mastery of self, like mastery of each day. If you master each day, then you'll lead to a grand life from mastering, stringing together perfect day after perfect day after perfect day.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. And the final goal, Wes, what's the final goal? Like, what is the final goal for men like us? Or, you know, I'm not on your level, no fucking way, but, you know, I'm on that path, I'm on that trail that you left behind kind of thing.
Final goal is to rid yourself of all pain so you don't pass it on to your kids. If everybody just did that, then we'd all be pretty damn good. But these just half-ass dudes and half-ass men leaving like scarred-ass fucking people in their wake.
Fuck, man. Wes, I appreciate that.
I
Big
appreciate
Wes.
it, bro. No, that's what it is. I mean,
Big Wes, man.
it's all about just breaking the cycle. I mean, I broke so many fucking cycles in my life. I broke the addiction cycle. I'm breaking the anger cycle. I broke the poor cycle of my family. I broke so many fucking cycles in my day that it's just, this is what it is.
And integrity, you do it with integrity as well, Wes. It's not like you fuck people over.
It's just fulfilling. Nothing else is going to fulfill you. This is coming from someone who's had everything. I've had power. I've had money. I've had everything. All that shit doesn't do anything for you. Like the only thing that does anything for you is the fulfillment towards really being the man you're supposed to be in every way with no regret. I don't wake up with no regret unless I directly am an asshole to someone I love. That's it. That's the only times I regret in my life now, is if I'm directly an asshole to someone I love or someone else. That's the only regret I have. So, I mean, that's why I tell everyone, just start with your regrets and extinguish what you regret. It's very easy just to start with the regrets right there. And then once you get rid of everything you regret, then you just start to construct yourself. You know? And it's always going to be your vision of what you look like, what you want to be, everything in between.
And the most amazing thing as well, Wes, you know, I won't take too much of your time now, but you know, when you said, you know, when you argue with people, you argue only if you've got a solution for them.
Yeah.
It could be your parents or, you know, anyone else or whatever.
Yeah, anybody I'm going to criticize, I know exactly how to get them out of what I'm criticizing.
Yeah.
Other people don't. They don't even know the answer, and they're like talking shit. They're in the same boat usually.
That's why, you know, I argue before all the time. I just argue for the sake of fucking my ego or arguing or whatever. But once you said them words, I thought, shit. Oh, fuck. I need to actually have a solution to my argument here. I'm just arguing because for the sake of arguing. Could be with my wife, could be with my...
Baby boy, come here. I got this dude coming in. Come here, monkey. What's your tomatoes? Yeah. What's your tomato? Why you all wet? You went in the water,
Next
bro?
generation. Hello,
Everybody always
Next
thinks he's a
is
girl
the
because he's
prince.
so pretty.
the prince.
Say what's up. Say hi.
Hello, young man. He's probably thinking my accent sounds a bit alien, but... yeah.
I appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Much love, Wes.
Always.
Much love.
I mean, the whole thing is, man, how can we look ourselves in the face if we're just going to pass on these bad habits? And my next thing is my anger, my reaction. This is my next big phase. And, you know, a lot of people don't see it as bad as that they passed on such weight issues or this or that. But you know what that causes? Like a kid to go to school overweight and all that shit, that turns into anger. That turns into like school shooters. That turns into vices. Like you just a horrible life, you know? His allowance is gonna get paid by tracking macros and training. It's gonna be like, hey, did you track your macros, bro? Say what's up. Say hi.
Oh, Wes, man, that's beautiful. That's
He said,
beautiful.
"Hi, man." You and your mom, him and his mom are dressed in gray today. They're twinning. Twinning?
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Hey, he's like, he goes up to every, he's a little too forward with the little girls. I don't know.
Is that an American thing, Wes? Is it?
I don't know. I think you guys out there are even more like that. I don't know. It's just, I appreciate it, Ali. You have a great day. I'm gonna
You
get to
too,
the next
big
few
Wes.
people, then go eat with the
Yeah.
little man. You have a great day, bro. You always have great questions. I really appreciate them. It helps a
No, I
lot.
appreciate it, Wes.
Everyone doesn't realize that coming in with good questions helps everybody so significantly. So I appreciate it.
I admire the group as well. I just want to say the group is amazing. I love everyone on the group as well. You're all getting results and you're just making me push harder now.
That's what we're all here to do. I mean, in all reality, it's just a relentless pursuit to create your best self, to give it to the world, man. That's the purpose. Creation of the man you admire in every way, to give that man away. And that's just it. There's nothing more that we should be doing.
Yeah, definitely.
You have a great day, bro.
You too, Wes. Take care. Much love.
Have a good one. See, you got good energy. What do you mean you're angry? I couldn't see you getting too angry. You got great energy.
Oh man, Wes. It's
Oh,
this,
no,
I don't
I'm
know.
the worst.
it's
Trust me.
COVID
I understand angry problem.
I don't know, man. It's like everything that I go through, you explain it, you just articulate it so well that I just become your addict, you know? I'm like your little student from the other
Dude,
side. of the
it helps. I mean, I literally, all the stuff I share is what saved me from myself. I appreciate it, bro. You have a great day.
You too, Wes. You too.
Big Bart, what's up, bro?
Hey Wes, what's up?
How you
Hey
doing?
Wolfie, I'm good. I'm like, like every week I'm like coming to like the stuff that you're saying is every little next thing is hitting like harder in a way that the stuff that you're saying I understand it like as a knowledge but not as a wisdom, but like I'm starting to understand another thing like integrate into like emotionally, if you know what I mean. So for example, again, your last video from Friday when we were talking about how people have low self-worth and low self-image because, and all it takes to elevate it is to take action and to have a positive internal dialogue, like self-talk. And I went out, I think, to do some shopping, and I was sitting on the bench just watching people, and it's I'm not criticizing them because I was the same and I'm the same oftentimes, but like you can see how most of the people, they're like walking down with their heads down, like they're.
I can read their self-talk. I can read their internal dialogue as you walk. I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, what? I'm like, don't talk to yourself that way. And they're just like, fuck, what do you mean? Like, stop that shit.
Yeah, man. It was crazy when I like after watching this video exactly, and like I said, I was watching people like most of them like just walking like I don't know, like depressed. You know what I mean? It's like this rate of vibration is so low, and it helps me recognize it in myself as well. So that's something very very like helpful. But also the question I have, because you said last week something that really like. I just want to make sure that I understood correctly. When you said that people validate themselves in a wrong way, you said that most people validate themselves by comparing themselves to others or by their past day and what they did with this today. Is that what you meant? Is it like, for example, you have limited possibilities today at the moment, but if you do everything with what you have right now, that's all you should validate yourself with?
I mean, it's a mixture of like I talk about being objectively optimistic. So you have to know what's out there. You have to know where you stack up. But validation of self should just come from your daily level up. Some people say it's a competition with yourself, and it's a competition with both. I mean, you are in competition with everybody around you, but the main competition is with self. The validation should come from self and your conduct. Only you know that. The problem is people try to get around it. They try to lie. They try to take the route of least resistance. They try to get the appearance of that they do something without the actual full commitment. And the validation of self comes from the fact that you committed 100% to what you were doing. If everyone really did that, they'd be so far along. But they just live a lie. They want to do they're conditioned to do the least work possible while still looking like they did their fucking job. So
Mhm.
they've conditioned themselves to doing that over a long period of time. Like they just want to look like they did what they're supposed to do and then get back to entertainment.
But also there's a, like, this is very true, but also there's a second side when people do a lot and they still see themselves as failures because they base it on,
Yeah, doing a lot needs a massive result. And most people who have a massive result, like the proof is in the progress. I don't care how much you're fucking doing if you're not progressing a lot. And no one will lie to themselves. I'm not going to walk around my place and lie to myself and say I'm not killing it. So, I mean, it's just one's vision of what is really at a high level or not. And I'm not even at a high level at all. There's people murdering it. So, I mean, the thing is I'm just happily dissatisfied. And what it is most people they tell themselves they're doing a lot and they ain't. They're actually really average if they stack themselves up. If they're objectively optimistic, they're very average or below average.
Mhm.
Like, even though they're doing a lot, it doesn't mean they're getting a lot done, you know?
yeah.
So
And also,
it just comes down to comprehension level of the task, you know?
right. And regarding earlier you were talking about the vision, and it's exactly how you said, it's the vision is something that pushes you forward. And that's for example what I was struggling with, because like eventually at some point I think I basically convinced myself that I don't need anything and I don't want anything. So, and when there's no vision, like exactly like you say, if there's nothing on the horizon, it's you can try to incorporate some habits, you can try to incorporate some doing stuff, but eventually after few days, few weeks, you run out of the willpower and you're like, what's the point? Because you don't have this grand vision. So that's absolutely right, man. It's like, and I can tell you if you're wondering what people think about it, because now I'm becoming more self-aware of my thoughts, is you thinking about just random minuscule tiny stuff, like arguing with people in your own head, or wondering about like some politics stuff or this and that, is like such an insignificant shit. It's crazy.
Now, world-class motivation comes from world-class vision. So if you don't have a strong vision, you're not going to know what you're working for. And it's
100%. And that's I just wanted to like confirm from the side of the other side. So that's exactly how it is. If you don't have a vision.
on point, bro. I mean, I've just never had a different vision my whole life. My whole life, I've had the same type of vision, but the path of attaining it just got different.
Yeah, and I think you said it last week. You are saying that you are because people use visualization as a like technique, and they do it for 10-15 minutes. You're like, I'm visualizing all the time. Like
All
if I
day,
don't,
all day,
yeah,
it just happens. Like I'm only drawn to what I'm creating. That's it. Nothing else. I'm not drawn to any. Wes, why don't you go snowboarding? It'll be fun. What the fuck? I'm not going to be a pro snowboarder. Like I get it'll be fun, but it's not what I'm visualizing me being. So it gets no energy. Like, but it's fun. I'm like, don't you see the problem? You spend a lot of your time thinking about and doing what would just be fun. You're not doing what would be purposeful towards your vision. Like, and people just spend their whole life right there. Like, oh, it'll be fun to play video games right now. Hey, it'll be fun to go hang out with friends. Hey, it'll be fun to go eat this food. Like, it'll taste good. Like, every fucking thing they do is just about if it's enjoyable or not purpose-based.
and the reason is because they don't have vision, so they fill up their days.
Vision. They think their vision of life is that one day they'll just be happier or something, or they'll just run from instant gratification to instant gratification. Just that's what life is. Like, you're just supposed to enjoy yourself, and then they gauge your life on whether they're enjoying themselves or not, or instead of if they're making a big impact or something. So they're just really a selfish piece of shit who's controlled by selfish desires. Like, hey, am I enjoying myself? Did I have a good day? What am I going to do next that I want to do? It's like, fuck. If you play most people's self-talk out loud and their plan for their day, they're a selfish piece of shit drawn by selfish desires.
Yeah.
If everyone really read mine, they'd be like, holy fucking shit. Like, when I'm getting up, I'm like, fuck, like, damn, it's early. Can't let everybody down. Like, everything goes to that. Like, everything goes broadly, and it's like worldwide. If you could like scope it, I like imagine like the millions of people. And I'm like, no, I can't let all these people down. And then I like pick like 5 people, like this person's really hurting. They're going to need to see me get up and fight through this today. And I'm going to come up with something dope, some gem that gets him through his problem. I really just think that way. I don't know why the fuck it happened like that, but it just became such a driving force when everybody patted you on the back for that, when everybody was like, thank you, when everybody started paying you, when it started to give real value back from the value you gave from being selfless, you were just trained to be selfless because there was a reward, and the reward was exponential. But everybody else is just waiting for one person to give to them. Like I said, they're like, wait, am I going to get that today? And they're just visualizing one person, and they're visualizing if that person is going to give them something. Like their boss is going to give them something, or their friend is going to give them something, or their significant other is going to give them something. And when you live like that, it's just a life of despair. Like you're just waiting for them to give you something, and then you're just so mad when they don't.
Yeah,
I do it in like 1 or 2 areas of my life, and those 1 or 2 areas are a big problem.
Yeah, I can tell that it's even worse with most people because I'm this kind of I was especially this kind of person where you don't even wait for something. You just wait for life to whatever is gonna bring you, and you're like just swifting through life,
Yeah, just victim of circumstance.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway, I don't want to take any more time because your family's here. So thanks all, man.
Yeah, I got to get off in a second. Big Bart, you have a good day. Thank you, bro.
You too, man.
Last but not least, I know you got some good shit for us, big dog. Came with some fire yesterday. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Shouts out to everybody in the group for being here. I mean, taking those steps forward to align yourselves with the things you want to align yourself with. I had that run today and a lot of thoughts went through my mind, and it's like I got to a point because I have my own type of platform and I help people in my own way. But I see myself doing the thing where it's like, all right, this is the truth. I've been a truth teller since I was born, but people have always called me an asshole, this, that. And I adjusted my personality to fit their uneasiness. You know what I mean? But
Don't
now
do
I'm
that.
like, you talk about.
Never accommodate people's shortcomings. That's the biggest injustice you could give them.
Oh my God, I'm feeling it, right? So you talk about compassion versus compression. So I kind of wanted to hear you elaborate.
You got to read the person well. Like you, usually you just go with the truth telling, and you don't accommodate people's for their shortcomings because you're doing them an injustice. You're being too kind, which is lack of accountability. But
Right.
when you start off with that with everybody, but when that's not working, you got to double back to or you got to see as quick as possible that only compassion is going to get this person through.
And what do you mean by compassion? Like being instead of like.
You literally got to be there for them. You literally got to let them fuck up. You literally got to create a safety zone. They have to find safety in the relationship before they can trust you to move forward, because they're so down that they're literally going to victimize and beat themselves up. And they're so beat up that they have to feel safety in the relationship first. And they've always been attacked. So if you're like attacking them still, which they feel is an attack, but we know as truth telling and hard truths that'll level us up, they feel as an attack again. So, I mean, if they feel like they're getting attacked, there's no safety, there's no trust, they're not going to listen to you and level up.
Now, I hear that. My conscience this morning before I got going was like, truth.
I only learned that by default because I was only one mode. And that one mode I was teaching wasn't working with some individuals. And then I was like, okay, I got to try something else.
Right. It's like, you know what I mean? You hit them with the raw truth. And then like, I think somebody was saying, maybe Ali was saying, you get into a quote unquote argument, but I provide solutions. It's like, all right, quick, there's a solution. But then it's like they have this consistent victim narrative where it's like, if I keep putting these solutions on the table, it feels like you're just trying to find more reasons to avoid the solution. So trying to get through to people, you know what I mean? But I get it. You say,
with those people, they got to be okay to fail with you. And
right.
You got to let them know they're loved at the core, and you got to be compassionate, and you got to let them know you're there for them emotionally. Let them fail, let them come across their own conclusions, and then just slowly back them up as they grow. Like that's when you're starting from like square one, you know?
Right. That sounds like very one-to-one, but like, as far as like the platform is concerned, how would you say, like, just moving my truth, not trying to come off as like,
you just don't teach people you don't teach people in fucking groups like the way that you're not, you know? So like you have to come with your complete truth to draw in your tribe, and you want your tribe to be on your fucking vibe. So you have to put yourself out there to the world yourself. And then
Right.
you'll draw in your people. But one-to-one, you have to adjust, you know? But I mean, in content ways, you want to nurture your tribe. You want to nurture the people who are coming to your program. You want to nurture the people who are in your group, your followers, so that
Right.
you don't have friction. Like, so that
Right.
you draw in the people that do think like you, that do agree with you. Now you've cultivated a state where you can move them forward as a leader.
Right. I hear that. Salute. Last thing
You
is,
can't go both ways. You have to draw the line, you know?
yeah, straight up. I mean, it's just like, you know,
And it actually means more when you work one-on-one with someone who knows you're a truth teller and a hard motherfucker. If you do bend for them, they're like, oh my God, for me?
uh-huh. Yeah. And also back to like the dad theory where, I mean, dad's fat with some tits and
Yeah.
probably got a bullshit habit and you moving on high integrity. I mean, and it's like, it's like you could say, I feel like I could say something, but you know what I mean? Then it's going to be that backlash. It's like, you're obviously stewing in your own shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, if I bring this up to you, you're going to find a way to just like, rah, rah, rah. I mean, you're going to go into that.
You don't really do it in person, you do it in content. I get more signups from people coming through my funnel saying, I got tits, fuck this, you know?
Okay, I got tits, fuck this.
Like, fuck this shit, I got tits, dude, let's get rid of these motherfuckers. I
Nah.
get more signups from that than any of the deeper topics I've ever spoken about.
Nah, I hear
The
that.
dude at his court knows he shouldn't have tits, dude. It's just the facts.
It's just the facts, right? I
You're
mean,
willingly crossing gender barrier by choice. Like, what the fuck is that?
like if your baby was laying on your chest, they probably go for a nipple suck. or something.
That's not, it's nothing good about this.
Fucking titties and shit.
No matter which way you phrase it, like if a man can't take his shirt off and be like, what's up? You know, like that's just,
Right. All right, say less. You feel me? I feel you. I mean, it's always a
But
pleasure.
content, your true feelings fly one-on-one. You got to feel the person.
Yeah, I could just feel people like potentially like throwing a stigma. Can you know, people call it fat shaming, and it's like, all right, so you're making me.
I've never been told that I'm a fat shamer, and I'm the worst at it. Like the
Yeah,
funniest
yeah.
thing is they haven't picked up on me yet and been like, I've found the biggest piece of shit known to man.
Right.
Like, I would love it. I'd blow up even more.
Nah, yeah, people try to implicitly throw the shame on the person that's trying to hold people accountable. And I'm like, I'm gonna bring light to that. Like, you can't make me feel ashamed for making people, like, these are the facts. You know what I mean? Like, living in line with being a human on the optimal level. If you don't want to do that, cool. But for the people that want to do that, you know what I mean? That's just my dilemma right now. It's like teetering on compromising the highest degree of integrity while
No,
we're
you don't compromise your integrity. You don't make people lie to you you don't make people lie to you to fucking comfort you. You know, that's just not like the kid who's embarrassed of his mom for coming in fucking at 350 pounds in a fucking minivan with snacks all over the motherfucker. Like
Right.
that's not fucking, you don't make your kids learn to live a lie to tell you that it's okay. It's not okay.
not okay. It's not okay.
Not okay. But the thing is like, I'm going to tell you it's not okay compassionately and be like, let's work on it. And if not, just realize you're being looked at that way and don't be sad about it. There is people on this earth who can be fat, and there is people on this earth who can accept certain scenarios, and it really doesn't faze them. They're the rarest people. Like there's comedians and people that they really can accept their own skin when they're like that, but they have to be honest. I've seen it. I can tell if they can or not. It's like the rarest thing. So we can't teach that. That's like something you can't teach masses to do, but masses appeal to principles and thoughts and opinions of us, like in what we consider words to live by. And so you just draw in your people, and the people who don't agree with you, they can fucking leave. But I've seen people who really aren't fazed by it. And it's actually really powerful to see that. But I'm honest with myself and I'm not. So my true content is listen to your conscience. What does it tell you in the mirror? So my true content is conscience congruency. Like, how do you feel about your situation? Be honest. And anyone who comes up to me and they're not honest, and I could tell that their energy is not in alignment with what they're telling me, I'm just like, okay, like go ahead and leave. Like, I know you're lying. We both know you're lying. Just bye, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's just having that faith You know what I mean? That moving forward, because I could already see it. It's going, it's going to shine. And when you start to shine, whoever can't take the light, they're going to get to the sidelines. You
Oh,
feel
yeah,
me?
but
So,
yeah, go for it. They just welcome them. I got a lot of them. It's just, it's what it is. You know, it's just, people hate on what they gave up on. Done.
people hate on what they gave up on. Shouts out. You feel me? That's all I really got for the day. You feel me? I didn't want
Awesome. I always appreciate the deeper topics. Everybody, thank you so much. Enjoy your families. Enjoy putting out good energy to everybody. And even if it is a fucking truth, because you save them. I don't know how many people I fucking turned their whole life around by saying, nah, motherfucker, that ain't the way to be. And they thank you later, always. They always
Right.
thank you later.
Right.
It takes a strong one to take the backlash and not back down. And we just need more people that won't back down so that everybody will change. Everybody have a good day. Thank you, big dog.
Salute everybody. Love. Love.